Hello, friends. We're continuing with Hyperion by John Keats. We completed 51 lines and we are moving forward now. Till now, we have seen that Saturn is in a isolated valley, and Thea has come to him. Thea, his sister, has come to him to console him. And now let's move forward. Saturn, look up. Though wherefore, poor old king. Now Thea is talking to Saturn. Saturn, who is sleeping, who is completely listless and lifeless. She is saying, Saturn, look up. Get up, Saturn. Look up that I am here. Though wherefore, poor old king. Now is checking herself. Though wherefore, why should I wake Saturn up? What is there for him? He already has lost his kingdom. Poor old king. So again, as I told you before also, whenever Saturn comes, the reference of old age is also there. So poor means because he has lost his realm, he has lost his kingdom, old king he is. And therefore it is very natural that the old thing should be replaced by new. And Titan should be replaced by Hyperion. This is implied in it whenever Saturn comes. I have no comfort for thee. No, not one. I don't have any comforting words for you, not even one word. I cannot say, oh, wherefore sleepest thou? And I cannot say to you that why are you sleeping? Saturn, get up and take charge of your realm. I cannot say that. For heaven is parted from thee. So heaven has taken leave from you forever, and the earth knows thee not. Earth has also failed to recognize you now. Thus afflicted for a god. And so you are in a grave pain, you being a god. You once were the king of God. And ocean too, with all its solemn noise, has from thy scepter passed. And ocean has also departed from your authority. Scepter, I told you, is a rod that king holds, and it is a sign of his sovereignty, it is a sign of his authority. From that authority, the solemn means serious noise that the waves produce, that ocean has also passed away from your authority. So heaven, you were the king of heaven, you were the king of ocean, you were the king of earth, and yet everything is passed away from your authority. And all the air is emptied of thine hoary majesty, and all the atmosphere is emptied of your ancient grandeur. Your hoary means your gray majesty, your grandeur. It's emptied now. You lost your command. The thunder, conscious of the new command, rumbles reluctant over our fallen house. The thunder, the weapon that you used when you were the king, has passed onto the new king, that is Jove or Jupiter. The conscious of new command, the new command that is given by the new king of God, that is Jupiter, he is conscious and he obeys that command. But he obeys that command reluctantly or unwillingly, because it has still some sense of loyalty towards you, Saturn, because you were his commander once upon a time. So it rumbles, but it rumbles unwillingly over our fallen house. And thy sharp lightning in unpracticed hands scorches and burns our once serene domain. And thy sharp lightning, your destructive lightning in unpracticed hand. Because Jove or Jupiter is the new king, he is inexperienced, so he doesn't know how to use thunder or lightning. And therefore it is called unpracticed hand. Scorches and burns. It burns and it destroys our once serene domain, our very calm domain, our very calm empire and peaceful empire. Now it destroys. Oh, aching time, what painful time these are. Oh, moments big as years. Uh, so she's like in a very sad state, Thea. And she says, oh, moments. The time that is passing very slowly, because this is painful time. And generally, sad times and painful times, they pass very slowly. So, moments, small, little times are also big as years. All as ye pass swell out the monstrous truth, and as the time passes, it makes even bigger the monstrous truth. The truth that we, the Titans, have lost and the Olympians are the new kings. This is the truth. And it is as the time passes that this truth becomes even bigger and bigger. And press it so upon our very griefs. And this truth presses on our pain even more. And thus unbelief has not a space to breathe. And if even if we want to imagine that everything that has happened is just an imagination or it is a lie, there is no scope of that because truth is so obvious and so big and so monstrous in front of us that we have lost. Saturn, sleep on. So Saturn, you please keep on sleeping. Oh, thoughtless. I was so insensitive. I was so thoughtless. Why did I thus violate thy slumberous solitude? You were in complete solitude in this valley. You were sleeping. And why should I uh, wake you up? Why should I open thy melancholy eyes? Your eyes, which are already melancholy, which are already sad eyes. And even if you wake up, then you will even be more sad. Saturn, sleep on, while at thy feet I weep. So keep on sleeping, Saturn, where at thy feet I will weep. As when, upon a tranced summer night, those green robed senators of mighty woods, tall oaks. So, this work of John Keats, Hyperion, is an epic, though an incomplete epic, but it is an epic, and therefore there are epic similes as well. And now we have come to the first epic simile, just like as in Paradise Lost, there are epic similes. Here also in Hyperion there are epic similes, and this is the first epic simile that we are encountering. So, as when upon a tranced summer night. Now, trance means something like sleepy or hypnotized summer night. So, this night, there is a description of a night of a forest, and it is a sleepy night. Those green robed senators of mighty woods, the oak. Now, he's referring to the forest, and forest that forest is of oak forest. These oak trees are generally green trees, they are evergreen trees. They have got thick green leaves. The stems are also covered by moss, the green moss, and therefore they are called green robed senators. Green robed means green dress. Senators means the oak tree is generally considered to be equated with wisdom, and therefore they are called senators. Branch charmed by earnest stars. So generally we have that in the forest the branches of the tree move, but here there is complete silence and there is complete they are sleeping like because of the charm practiced by the stars. Dream and so dream all night without a stir. So this oak trees they dream and they dream without a stir means without a movement because they have been charmed, save from one gradual solitary gust which comes upon the silence and dies off. So there is complete silence save except one solitary gust. Gust means a sudden strong rush of wind. It comes, which comes upon the silence and dies off. It comes, the gust of wind comes and then it dies off. As if the ebbing air had but one wave. Just as the wind comes, but that wind has just one wave, it comes and then it passes off. Otherwise, again, previously also there was complete silence, and subsequently, as the wave passes away, there is complete silence. So came these words and went. So Thea spoke to the sleeping king, Saturn, and then she stopped. The while in tears she touched her fair, large forehead to the ground. Thea was all in tears, and we know that the face of Thea was very large compared to that of Sphinx. We can compare her face to that of Sphinx. So he touched her forehead to the ground, just where her falling hair might be outspread. And as she touched the ground with her forehead, her hairs also touched the ground. A soft and silken mat for Saturn's feet, and her hair could make a mat for Saturn's feet. One moon, with alteration slow, had shed her silver seasons four upon the night. The moon has slowly changed itself from going from small, becoming small to becoming big, and from big to becoming small. This process it completes in 28 days. That means in 4 quarters. Okay, so it had completed. That means 28 days were over, and still these two were postured motionless. And these two were motionless, they did not move like natural sculptures in cathedral cavern. And they appeared as if they were natural sculptures in a cathedral cavern, means they were placed in a church. The frozen god still couchant on the earth. The frozen god, that means Saturn, was still couchant, means earth for him was, he was sitting on the earth, but it seems as if earth for him was a couch, and the sad goddess weeping at his feet. Originally, also, we saw that she was weeping on his feet, and still she is weeping. Until at length old Saturn lifted up his faded eyes. By and by, after some time, after 28 days, Saturn lifted up his faded eyes. His dim eyes, his old eyes, defeated and sad eyes, he lifted up and saw his kingdom gone. And his kingdom was gone. He was without a kingdom. And all the gloom and sorrow of the place. So all that is left for Saturn now is gloom and sorrow, complete darkness, and that fair kneeling goddess. So he saw the place which was dark and sorrowful, and then he saw the fair, the beautiful goddess Thea lying on his knees, and then spake, and tried to speak, and with a as with a palsied tongue. But he was not able to speak confidently, as if his tongue was paralyzed. He was incapable of speaking clearly or loudly, and while his beard shook horrid with such aspen melody. Aspen is a tree, and melody means disease. So aspen is a tree which shakes. So while he was speaking, Saturn was speaking, his beard also shook horribly. Right. So we completed 94 lines, and we'll continue in the next video. Thank you.